time? Is it first thing in the morning? So then what can you put into that time slot? Because guess what? You just got a lot more free time. What are you going to fill into those time slots? What are you going to do? How can you make this positive for yourself? And that is exactly how you start to rebuild the life you love. What were the hobbies you let go as a kid? I started ice skating. I love ice skating.
Me
I went and bought some skates. There's a rink here. Like I started going to the rink, and I haven't been able to go from my surgery, but as soon as I'm cleared, I'm gonna, because I can't fall. So I'm gonna go ice skate again. And it's like you find these things. I paint, I dance. Like I know you dance. Like where can you fill into your time? Can you learn to be a coach? Can you teach a yoga course? Can you find something that you can channel that energy into? That is, it's a little bit of a distraction. It's a little bit of an escape, but it's a positive one. Maybe you can meet new people, and you never know. So
like yeah, something also is very important for men and women, that yes, they can do all that, like trying to find their self, but what they should focus is why the relationship finished. What was the responsibility that they have for that relation to finish? When they have that answer, then they can like tag that into, okay, I was doing this in this relationship. It doesn't mean like to correct that,
of
to
course.
balance that. Because if you as a man, and I'm going to talk about men, if you as a man get off because you got divorced and then you go into another relationship, don't think that because this other new woman is your relationship is gonna be different. At the beginning, yes, it's lovey, a lot of sex and everything. But when things settle down, the same things that you bring in from this relationship is gonna show up in this relationship. And it happens to women and it happens to men. So like women need like right now more men to understand more about themselves, about their wounds, about their emotions, because they never teach them like how men, it's okay for men to have emotion, it's okay for men to cry, it's okay for men to be this way or that way. So we need more men to reconnect with themselves, to see what they are doing, to be able to be healthy for another woman, because they're gonna attract the same over and over the same women, and the same thing for us. I don't want to attract the same men with different name.
Mm-mm.
I want to attract a different man. So for that, I need to be different. For that, I need to, dig on my stuff. For example, when I start dating, my two questions is: are working in yourself? Number one, and number two, actually three, how's your relationship with your mother and your father? And three are what is the worst thing that you have? And if the man can answer me that, I can have a sense that the man knows who he is. Because some people you ask, what are the worst thing that you have? And some people don't even know what it is.
It's so true. I asked, I love that. Okay, so I love that because I'm dating, and I go and I vet them with these questions. These are vetting questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have some other ones that I ask in addition. I ask those, but in sort of a little bit different way. But I also ask, and this might be the same thing as your last question, is what was the biggest trauma that you've ever gone through, and how did you heal from it? Right? That's one question I ask. I also ask them to share one of their favorite childhood stories with me, right? And then I also ask them if money was no object and they could go anywhere in the world they want, where would they go and why? Some of these questions I ask on the second date if they make it.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to ask a lot of questions. And what these questions show are different aspects of their personality, whether they have a growth mindset, whether they do self work, whether they're, healing themselves. What is their relationship like with their family, especially their mother,
Yes.
especially as a man? It's really important, that
Mm-hmm.
one. I mean, if they don't have a relationship with their mother, it's
Mm-mm.
questionable. that how they feel
Yes.
about women in general, right?
Yes.
It's just psychology.
I
But like,
see it. I see it in in my own family. I see it
wow,
in my own
really?
family. Yes,
With your
my
brothers,
with my brothers, especially with one of them. I'm not gonna say which one is, but
right?
with one of them, he didn't have a good relationship with my mother at all, and all his relationships are horrible,
Oh,
terrible, terrible, and also with me, his relationship with me is terrible
oh,
because whatever you say to him, he doesn't want any woman to say anything, so he have an issue with my mother because my mother also told him a lot of things to do and he never wanted to do it, so he bring that shit, excuse my language, from
right.
childhood, and you can see it. It's not like, oh, I am inventing this. I see that in my family. And I said to him one day, if you don't have a good relation with your mother, if you don't have a good relation with your sisters, you're not gonna have a good relation with the relationship with a woman because the way you treat us, the way you talk to us, is the same reaction we're gonna have. It's the same reaction another woman is gonna have. We are no different. We're not gonna allow disrespect, raising voices, and and putting you down because he's raising his voice. Not I said not in this family. Not that we have women that we are aware and we are woke in a way that no, you're not gonna tolerate that behavior. So he have a big time issue with women because you don't have a good relationship with us.
And you know what's crazy about that is
And
that
that's
he
the good
probably,
relationships.
he probably looks for women like you guys.
Yes, a
So
hundred
that's his
percent.
preference of women. Then he
Yes,
repeats the cycle of the
yes.
toxic energy and the connection with the women in his family with his partners, right?
Yes, exactly. The last one was exactly like my mother, exactly. And he got offended to me with me because I said, "You, I hate how my mother is." And I said, "But I don't understand you. You are attracting the same women, and when you don't change that pattern, you're gonna attract the same over and over the same women." Because you don't understand women, you don't understand your mother, your own mother. The first relationship that he had with women was with us, with my mother and myself.
Yeah, that's deep.
It's so very
It's so
deep.
deep. But like honestly, I mean, you're a coach and you help people heal. And this podcast aims to help people heal. So we got to be real. We got to keep it real. And we
Yeah,
help people heal by keeping it real. so
yeah,
but like it really is that important. Like I love that you said that, that you don't want to be, if you're finding that you're just as a different face but the same person, that
same.
there's a lot of self-work, that there's something within you that needs to be healed, right? These are like
Yes,
the ABCs, 1 2 3s. And that's a huge part of rebuilding your life, like you said, is knowing what part you played, knowing what you need to heal. And as you're doing that, like cultivating this lifestyle that is enjoyable for you. Like you travel, you swim, like you love diving, like you do all of these fun things that you probably did less of in your marriage, right?
a hundred
But
percent, 100%.
but when that person's not there anymore, you have no choice but to recreate a life for yourself. And you might as well, instead of being miserable and stuck in that pain, do the work on yourself. Figure out like why the relationship went wrong, and don't just blame them, right? Don't
Mhm.
jump into another relationship right away.
No
Take
way,
some
no.
time, like
Yes,
to really look within, and also be figuring out the life that you want to live. What does that look like? Journal, meditate, go to retreats, like spend some real time like creating a new paradigm for yourself. Take a
yeah,
course, meet some new people. Like all of these things contribute to surviving your divorce, moving through all of the parts of it, because from the moment the relationship is going badly to mourning that, to like going crazy a little bit, to having to tell them or having to hear that the relationship is over and all the pain that that causes, and then going through that grief cycle. Like, I just want to tell you, there's life on the other side. There's a beautiful life. You have to create it, but you have to be willing to do the shadow work, the healing work, facing the end of that connection, letting it go. And that's hard because I met someone and he was talking to me about his divorce, and it's the first Christmas that he is going through without, and he was here with